All right, my name is Sergeant First Class Kyle Chattin. I'm the platoon sergeant for 3rd Platoon, Bravo Company 127 Infantry. KYLECHATTIN. So I think our focus here with the jungle training is to exchange techniques that our jungle guys, especially coming from the jungle school with the 25th, are utilizing here with our Fijian counterparts, and then run through shared experiences, infantry techniques that we do that may or may not be different than theirs, and the exchange of TTPs and just overall shared understanding of the concepts here and intermixing them and seeing how they come out. And I would say that they do a great job with utilizing what they have here, and they understand the terrain very well. These are guys that are, very adept in the jungle. They understand the land, and they understand how to fight in it. And so I think we bring a good deal of doctrine in the way that we want to do things, and they are very good at applying maybe the things that we didn't necessarily think about, that they're like, hey, what about this or what about that? And then they have a lot of field craft that is just something that I don't think you can teach right off the bat. They get it through osmosis over years and years of living here and people handing it down. So anything from first aid, using the foliage, to the way that they move through the jungle using IV lines and things like that. Those are things that we know how to do, but they are just very, very skilled at it, and they pass that on to us. I would say overall, yeah, there's training points that we could take back, specifically with their patrol-based operations. I think they do a lot of things there that I know I've taken to heart, as far as the way that they move and they organize, and they're very rapid to get going when they move from their patrol-based posture into something else. That's something I know that my platoon personally will take back. But I would say, moreover, it's the experience of seeing that, hey, the infantry mindset and mentality and the things that we do, they're pretty much universal. Like, these guys have been plugged in over here with the infantry guys here on the Fijian side, and it's not much different. They have shared experiences, and they're very quick to share a bond because of their chosen vocation. So I think that they gel well, and I think that the guys will take that back more than anything, is just building cohesion with a different unit and seeing that infantry translates better than language or anything else could. I think as we're trying to build readiness with our partners across the Pacific, and trying to really foster interoperability between our forces and their forces, that starts at a grassroots level with the guys meeting one another and building those friendships and building those relationships. And that starts by them being out here in the jungle with each other and sharing, whether it be experiences they deem as positive or negative, because they're out here sucking sometimes. But I believe that builds a cohesion that goes far beyond anything of them just rubbing elbows in a classroom somewhere or something like that. They're out here sweating together. They're out here getting after it. They're dirty and they're stinky, and they're doing infantry stuff out here in the jungle. And I think that goes much farther for building relationships than just a little meet and greet or anything else ever could. So I would say, when they're actually out on the lanes or they're training or they're going through things, they're very focused. The Fijians are very dialed in. They want to learn. They want to pay attention, and I think that our guys do too. But there's not much time for mingling there. They're paying attention to the subject matter. They're getting out and doing practical exercises. But when we sit down and we share meals together, the guys are sharing food and they're sharing experiences. And we obviously speak English. They speak very good English. Most of us don't do much but dabble in Fijian, but there's things that don't need any type of translating. So you sit down and, hey, I'm going to offer you what I got, or you're going to offer me what you got, and you're going to start sitting there and talking and laughing and sharing pictures of home. They've been showing us, stuff from their lives, and the guys have been showing them stuff from our lives, and it builds friendship. And I think building friendship over like a meal or just some time when you guys are sitting around broing out is probably the best way to go about it, because it's easy. I would say that Operation Cartwheel specifically is such an integral part of Pacific Pathways, because Fiji is such an integral part of the Pacific. So I think that us coming here and establishing a relationship with them will pay dividends for both the U.S. and the Fijian side. And maybe down the road, things will be a little reversed. We've been talking to our brothers here. It'd be nice to have them over to our side of things. They're in Hawaii, and we begin to build that relationship so that eventually, if the need arises, we're able to work alongside them in a real fight.